Anyway, albums that came out last week, so there's a lot that we want to talk about because there was a lot that came out. Peter Rowan, Carter Stanley's Ice. He's an old dude. I haven't heard any of his other stuff, but it was a very old school bluegrass type country album, and it's just phenomenal. Don't have much to add to that one. Brinley Addington, Songs from a Bar. It's an EP.
I was very conflicted because I really did dig this whole album, but it was like
sound is great.
Yeah, sonically it is straight up country. Lyrically, it's got a lot of cliches,
but a lot of names. It's kind of like Mickey LaMantia.
Yeah, it's really a lot of name dropping, and like would you say it was Songs from a Bar?
Songs from a Bar.
Yeah. So I mean, it's full of cliches, but I really have no problem with it because it's certainly country, and he does sing well, and so like I fucking digged it. I listened to a couple of the songs off of it like a bunch of times because I'm like, no, this is actually really good.
Yeah, it's a really good, especially like it's like a honky tonk drinking song EP, and it's just lyrically you're not gonna get John Moreland out of it, but it's definitely a good EP worth checking out. It's 5 songs, I think.
I think so.
It's worth a check out. Next, Old Crow Medicine Show, Volunteer. It's Old Crow being Old Crow. Amazing bluegrass music.
Bluegrass and folk.
You're just not
jamming.
Yeah, you're gonna. Wagon Wheel's a great song.
You shut your face. It is a good song when they do it, though.
Yeah.
Hey, next, Darius, fuck off.
Yeah, that song's not good. It's going to be number 1 when we do him. Next is Brothers Osborne, Port St. Joe. It stuck out to me more than it did for you because, like, their first song on the album is such a jam. Like, I dug it.
Yeah, I didn't not enjoy it. Like, I certainly, basically every song I enjoyed, but it just kind of felt like, I don't know, like, it was fine. Like, it was fine. Like, and so, like, there weren't songs that, like, so, like, Shoot Me Straight, the first song that they released off of it as the single ahead of time, loved it from the start. As soon as I heard it, I'm like, this song fucking rocks. I love it. And no other song on the album did that for me. And that's kind of where I came from, where it was like, okay, you released the song that was, like, the jam and the one that I was going to love ahead of time. And there are a lot of good songs, and I know that people who listen to us probably dig him and they'll say, you know, this, that, and the other thing are great songs. And they are. There's good songs. Even the one that sounds like it should be super cliche, the Weed, Something, and Willie, like, it's still a good song. And so, like, I don't really have a problem with it. And if you love it, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong.
Yeah.
I just felt like they're so goddamn talented that it should have been better.
I mean, it's just that it's also one that if the songs ever come on, we'll be like, sweet, awesome.
Oh, exactly. Like, I have no problem with it.
But it's just not one that's, like, stuck out to us where we're going to put it on repeat for.
Oh, exactly. And that's where I came out of it being like, okay, Shoot Me Straight, and then a couple others are going to be the ones that I'll rotate, and then I'll kind of forget about some of it. And it's not, I'm not trying to sound harsh because I sound super harsh right now, but because it was good. Like, I would rate it.
What he's saying is that
I would rate it to 7 or something out of 10. Like, it was good. It really was.
What he's saying is that he hates Brothers Osborne and he wishes Florida Georgia Line.
Exactly. Can I get Bebe Rexha on a track or two?
Some gooch. Anyway, next
Give me some gooch.
Part of the Pistolantes, Ashley Monroe Sparrow. She is like I didn't realize how, like, old school country she is. Like, she has that very old school sound.
Yeah, she's got a great voice.
Yeah, it's so good. So now I've heard music from all of them before, but now I have heard, like, entire albums from all the Pistolantes, and they're all phenomenal, and you should listen to them.
How many are there?
There's 3.
Okay, then it is the 3 that I'm thinking of.
Yeah. But yeah, it's phenomenal. I don't have too much to add to it. She's just a very old school.
Yeah, she's got a great voice. Listen to it.
Person, yeah. Next is Charlie Crockett's "Lonesome as a Shadow."
Fucking
also a very old school sounding.
It's old school, but also very just kind of like Americana roots kind of sound. Yeah. And I loved it. I mean, I'm a big Charlie Crockett fan anyway, and so
we get to see him at Windy City Smoke Up.
Yeah, so, like, obviously I was probably gonna like it because he's stuck to the same kind of sound. But it's just I dig his whole deal. I really do.
It's really good. Speaking of another old school sounding guys, Joshua Hadley's Mr. Jukebox.
Oh yeah,
such a good album.
Yeah,
so
honestly,
good.
My only complaint on it is I wish it was longer. A lot of the songs are only like 2.5 to 3 minutes, so I wish we had more. And then I feel like he's such a great singer. I wish he would have just, like, totally belted it out a couple more times. Like, he had a lot of songs where he's obviously singing great, but I'm like, dude, just put it out there and
Whip it out, man.
Just fucking belt it. You know you can. But I mean, honestly, from start to finish, it's phenomenal. So listen to it.
And then I say this last one for last because it was the biggest surprise of the week and so good is Arkansas Dave's self-titled album. So good.
I fucking love this album.
So good.
I listened to it in its entirety a few times in a row, and then I've added a few of the songs to a playlist I just made, which is just kind of like a lot of like jam
Nathaniel
rock,
Rateliff type
Nathaniel Rateliff, basically, yeah, jam rock, roots rock with horns, but like a playlist of all that. And so I put a couple of the songs off this album onto it, and I've really been digging it. This dude fucking jams. Like, I love it. I really, really do.
And at first I was like, it sucks that we hadn't heard of him before, but it's his debut album, so I don't feel so bad.
Well,
so.
I remember when I clicked on it on Spotify, like, it was like 88 monthly listeners or something like that. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he only has like 300 followers on Twitter.
But seriously, I really love this album, and if you don't like it, fuck you. But seriously, there are so many songs that they just jam.
It's like I respect his talent and everything. I don't listen to Nathaniel Rateliff that much. Kevin's huge on him. He's
so great.
He's good, and I don't go out of my way for him.
He's
but
great.
Arkansas Dave, I fucking love this album. Like when Nathaniel
Challenge accepted. I will turn you into a huge Nate Rate fan.
I don't mind him. It's just,
I will turn you into a huge fan.
I just don't go out of my way to listen to
I will make you go out of the way. And listen.
So, have you been listening to anything else?
No, that playlist that I made of it's 10 hours long.
I mean, my heartfelt one is 91 hours long.
That's my longest playlist by like 7 hours.
Oh.
So
probably shorter than my shortest one.
All of my playlists usually hang in the like 1 to 2 hours range, maybe somewhere around there, just because I find like a specific sound that I chase, and I'm like, I want songs just like this. I made this jam playlist, and it's like 10 hours long. I'm pretty sure there's some duplicates in there, so it might not be actually that long. But basically Nathaniel Rateliff, Arkansas Dave, St. Paul and the Broken Bones. There's some Isbell on there. There's some Charlie Crockett, some Little Feat to throw it way back. And so basically all of these artists that just kind of really jam out, I've been really into that lately. And that happens to me a lot, where I listen to this kind of music really hard for like weeks.
my shortest playlist is my Country Lovin' playlist, which is just
banging songs.
Is just love songs, yeah. And it's 18 hours long.
Yeah, that is not the case for me. That's
my longest is Heartfelt, which is 91 hours.
Yeah, let's see what I got. I got a 5-hour one. Oh, that's a lot longer than I thought it would be. Wow, what a shock. And then what else would be long?
Yo, you know what else is long.
Oh, that one's only 3
inches.
Yeah, exactly. This one is 4. Okay, so maybe in the 3 to 4 range is where most of them are. But yeah, no, the jams being 10 hours, I'm like, oh fuck.
Anyway,
that's quite some time.
That's it for this week.